Note here that in the course of this lesson, I just use the same aid over and over. Repeat, repeat, repeat. I don't embellish the aid to try to make him learn it quicker. This is a challenge sometimes with retraining because the horse, like people, is trying to make his own personal associations and has his own set responses, like trying to converse with people who already know what they want to say, so they'll work the conversation that way. So to just stick to the subject here, which is, see my line of travel. This is my weight. This is my opening rein. Follow my weight, follow my rein on the line of travel that I looked at with my eyes. And then wait for the horse to notice the simplicity of what you are saying. This is very important to stick to the subject, even when they are twisting your words and themselves contortions based on their experience of the past. So see, in this lesson, I am just only doing the subject, citing my line with eyes, weight, citing the line with my eyes, with my weight, and only inside opening rein with zero other rein. Remember what we have said, that if left and right reins function in this most simple way, then you are already having a horse that functions between the reins. The voice I use to explain or reinforce instead of other physical aids. I don't want to get stronger to make my point. The voice is the first natural aid. During training, revert to the voice which he already knows to explain yourself. Don't resort to stronger or more complicated physical aids or the aid patterns, the physical patterns that he thinks means what he's supposed to do, or else you're teaching him that the added strength or bizarre complicated command is how it is done. It's like it's any like relationships where the shrew wife, instead of saying take the garbage out, she'll say you never take the garbage out, but you were late last week with the garbage, instead of saying take the garbage out. I also narrate when I'm riding because it keeps my riding straight, and it also is teaching the viewer of this. And I also do talk to the horses instead of using frustrated strength, instead of going to frustrated physical, like I don't get stronger with them. I explain more. I explain more without getting off the subject. So what happens then is the horse starts to notice that she's sitting in the shape of the line, and she's steering it with that opening rein. I can just follow her weight. He notices that I'm sitting in the shape of the line. He's like, I could feel her see it. So he starts to notice where I look. He starts to trust the weight. So the natural aids support each other, but also can disappear and abbreviate as the training progresses. They can also get quicker. He's like, so that if I look at something, he even notices the weight of my looking and knows what I'm talking about. If there's confusion in the progress, you revert to the voice and aid he already understands. So if you've been training canter transitions on curved lines to start, you can place him on a straight line and ask for it. Ask for canter. He may not understand canter in the context of a straight line. So with only the weight aid for the canter. He's used to only doing it on a curved line. So then you can just clarify by stating the word canter, and then he will then have context. He'll start to realize that you are aware of what you are saying. I'm more likely to revert to the voice to say, yes, you're correct, you discerned the new way to say canter. So I think about Helen Keller. Helen Keller understood that water was the fluid in the pump, from the pump, which I don't even know if she knew the pump was there, that she felt with her hand. She could drink that. She could feel it. She also later understood that symbols that she could feel in her hand from another's hand spelled, in quotes, water. Later, I believe she came to understand that other humans use sound that she couldn't hear from the mouth formed with their tongue, so she understood water in several contexts. What her teacher, Annie Sullivan, did not do when she was holding frustrated, squirming Helen Keller's little hands under the water pump, Annie Sullivan didn't start talking like, water is hydrogen, 2 parts hydrogen, 1 part oxygen. The freezing point is 32 degrees Fahrenheit and 212 degrees is its boiling point, and it turns to steam. Can you imagine the outcome if she started with ice cubes and steam on Helen Keller's hands? So remember that you are teaching the horse ideas and a language. You are teaching him how to learn. It is very hard to stick to the simple. This is my line. It is a straight line or a curved line. This is my rein. It is doing nothing, or it is guiding you onto a new line. But that is what we have to do. Simple, simple, simple. The outcome I want when the horse is more finished is that I can do whatever is required with only my voice, or only my reins, or only my weight, or only my leg, or only my inside rein, or only my outside rein. Like a pilot, like a plane, the pilot can still fly the plane using only his flaps, for example, if the engines were to fail. So think to yourself, you're the mechanic in the airplane hangar constructing systems on the airplane. You are not acting as a pilot here. You are making the flaps work. The left flap works like the right flap. You're installing gears, a transmission system. You're making sure the engines are even and firing out behind the airplane, not installed backwards or upside down, or one engine is small and the other is a propeller. No, you have 2 jet engines. Flaps work on each side as symmetrically as possible. Air in both tires. This switch works. This switch, comm systems are functioning, just like they check all those things before takeoff. And that you do not rely on only one set of systems. So there's horses that are only voice trained. That is wrong. The aids are voice, weight, legs, reins. That the horse understands all of those forms of communication and that they support each other. So you can use a physical signal or a verbal signal or a code signal like a click. And that is I guess I could go on and on, but that is the addendum to this very simple thing that happened with Brownie in these 20 minutes, is that it was only me looking at a line, sitting my weight on that line, and sketching the line with an inside opening rein. So then he became much more understanding of that.